Uh, Normally, I'd have a wrestling shirt on and a wrestling hat to talk about wrestling, but I'm not happy. So, rewind a week. The WWE turns Becky Lynch heel. Why? Your natural heel is Charlotte. Let's back up. Natural heel. Natural bad guy. The first name that comes to mind for me is Chris Jericho. Jericho can make the crowd love him and hate him all in the same sentence. Another guy who's like that is Elias. Natural. It is natural. The crowd will dislike them, love them, all in the same sentence. But in the end, they're the ones you love to hate. Charlotte has that air about her. Maybe it's a Flair thing. Ric Flair, as a good guy, never worked. That's why he would stay a good guy just briefly, and usually it was to stab somebody in the back, whether it was Barry Windham, Ricky Steamboat, or Dusty Rhodes. It didn't matter. Eventually, he would stab somebody in the back, and you'd go, that's what you get when you trust Ric Flair. Turning Becky Lynch heel. The part I don't understand is that the crowd loves her. I have Becky Lynch goggles. I don't have any use for them, but I bought them. Why did I buy them? I bought them to support her. Because when merchandise is being moved, WWE sees merchandise being moved, it seems to affect who gets pushed. This is why Roman gets pushed, because he sells a lot of merchandise. Right? Fine. Now, the heel turn doesn't work with Becky. Because, really honestly, we love her. And no matter how much she smack talks the crowd, we will love her. And if I go to a WWE event live and she's the bad one, I'm going to cheer her the same as I do for any wrestler who's Canadian. I cheer every Canadian wrestler except Jinder. Anybody else who's Canadian, I'll cheer them. I don't care what they say. Natalya can say whatever she wants about the crowd when she's a heel. I'm still going to cheer her. But as baffled as I was with what they did with Becky, I am more baffled by Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman, this big monster, this big over-the-top monster. Everybody loves him. He is the most over guy on the roster. He is the one guy that when his music starts, the whole crowd goes nuts. And I get it. He's big and he's tough and he can beat up 3 guys at a time and it's completely believable and it's awesome. So what he did tonight doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense because Braun Strowman turned heel to attack Roman Reigns when he's Mr. Money in the Bank. And yet, he doesn't need to attack Roman with the help of anybody else. For the last year plus, they've been establishing that Strowman can attack 5 or 6 guys at a time if he chooses to, and he doesn't need any help. Remember for WrestleMania, he's challenging for the tag belts, and he gets some little kid to come out and be his tag partner. So they've established he doesn't need anybody. So what does he do tonight? He turns against Roman, which is fine, but he does it with the help of Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler. Where the hell did that come from? He's going to get help. The only way I would have said, oh, this is cool, is if it was Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt, who's either being repackaged or they're just keeping him off TV for a while after Matt Hardy was forced to take some time off due to injury and likely won't return. I do not understand why last week they had the Shield reunite. The crowd hated it. And I thought, you know what? The Shield playing heels right now, turn them all heel. It'll get over really well. It'll work. Braun Strowman the face against the 3 heels from the Shield. It's been done before, but it's been done before because it worked. So what do they do tonight? We're going to turn Braun heel, and we're going to make sure that all the members of the Shield look like they've been destroyed in the ring. But why? You've spent so much time and energy establishing that Braun Strowman doesn't need anybody. And now he needs people to beat up Roman Reigns? Because he doesn't. It's been established over however long that he doesn't need people to help him beat up other... And the funny thing is, I just started watching Wrestling Weekly again 2 weeks ago. And I'm already to the point where I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of done with Raw. You have a guy who can sell merchandise like Braun Strowman. And he will. People love his phrases. They love the guy. And every time he comes out, the crowd goes nuts. if merchandise is moving for Roman, it'll move more with him being a heel than it will with him as a face. The crowd's booing him anyways. The attempts over and over, and I could go over all of the times WWE's tried to make us cheer for Roman, like, okay, this'll work, and this is another one of those. It's, well, if we have all these guys beat up Roman Reigns together, that'll make them cheer for Roman Reigns. It won't. They've done it before. We've been down this road so many times. And normally, when Roman gets put through a table, you'll hear the crowd chanting, one more time, because they don't like Roman. I'm bewildered by all of this. Can you imagine? Go back, way back. Rocky Maivia comes into WWE. He's Samoan, same as Roman Reigns, same family. It was the same idea. Rocky got the Intercontinental title. He got it. He didn't deserve it. Fans turned against him. And Die Rocky Die was the chant that started up. Imagine if The Rock never became The Rock. Imagine if he was Rocky Maivia from day one. Okay, so he's Rocky Maivia right from day one, right until the day he leaves the company. Imagine he never turns heel. No matter how much the crowd boos him, they don't acknowledge it, they don't care, and they do everything they can to make you cheer for Rocky Maivia, the guy with the tassels, the guy that's always smiling and happy, the guy the crowd hated. It never would have got over, and we're not talking about how amazing The Rock is, because it never would have happened. It's baffling to me that WWE made the right decision then. Turn The Rock heel and put him into Nation of Domination. And then he ends up taking over Nation of Domination, throws Ron Simmons out, and he becomes the guy. And it worked. And then when he ended up deciding he was too big for Nation of Domination, and he was a big star, that worked too. And it was a slow turn to a face. I don't understand why they're resisting this, and I don't understand why they're trying to force fans to cheer for somebody that they don't cheer for. It is weird to me. It's a strange situation, and I'm just not sure why they continue to go this route. I'd be interested to know what other viewers of the show tonight thought, because I thought it was just weird. All I could think was, wait, why in the world would he be teaming with these guys? What? Why? What in the world? How? He doesn't care about money. He's made that clear. He doesn't care about having friends or tag partners. And he certainly has proven time and time again he doesn't need an ally. Now he needs one. This is silly. And it's one of the worst ideas for a heel turn in a very long time. Or a very short period of time if you qualify Becky Lynch's turn in that same regard. It's strange to me. And the other part that's strange is Braun's never actually acted like a face. Not really. His wrestling, his style, the way he is, he's just been a monster heel the whole time, and it's just the crowd warmed to him, and they started putting him against bad guys. He never really changed the character. He didn't have to. It's sort of like Stone Cold. Stone Cold is a heel, Stone Cold is a face. He said all the same things, he did all the same things. The difference was we loved him for it later, we hated him for it in the beginning. I would love to know other people's thoughts on this. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And it is one of those bewildering turns that just, I see this and I think, do you not want to make more money? Because to me it seems like they're blowing a chance to build something. And it, again, calls into attention, what are they doing with Drew McIntyre? Where's the build with McIntyre going? Where's the payoff for Drew McIntyre? Something has to happen soon, doesn't it? Let me know your thoughts. I'd be interested to know what you think, and I'll talk to you again soon.